just got to be real mindful and be careful about.
And it's so easy because think about it. If you come from just a small town or whatever, then you make it. Now you're around celebrities and superstars, and you're aware of this. But it's just like, okay, when I have a chance to talk to Kanye or Denzel or whatever, you just want to talk to him, and then you end up on a yacht, you end up over here.
Yeah, you end up having a conversation. Next thing you know, what you thought was the champagne had some shit in it, and now they got a video of you doing some shit you would have never done if you wasn't drinking. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the game really is. That's, you know what I mean? It's just for y'all that don't know, that's what kind of happened. They gonna put you in a situation, a very vulnerable situation, and once they get the video footage they need of you in that situation, now you gotta play the game. So don't put yourself in that situation. Yeah. Hey, what's going on, y'all? This your boy Giovanni McFly.
I'm your boy Showtime.
And this is the Fly Show. So here we go, man. We back at it, man. First episode, how you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. I'm glad to be back in the building.
Yeah, so just to give y'all a little bit of background, man, like, we brothers, you know what I'm saying, from another mother, man. We've been doing this 20 plus years, so when we say we back at it, we mean we back at it. Like, we done so many different business ventures together, music, you know what I mean? So we just gonna do something for the culture, you know what I mean? This podcast is really just talking about what's going on in the hip hop world, you know, our stance on it, our opinion on it. So don't beat us up too bad, you know what I mean? We gonna speak on facts and what means what to us, but
they gonna get us.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? Like, somebody gonna have something to say, they gonna have a certain feeling about what we got to say, but again, this is our opinion on the facts that's going on, what's happening in today's world. So we gonna hop right into it, bro. Like, what you wanna get into, what you wanna talk to the people about?
Yes, sir. Man, first thing I kind of want to bring up, just because it's so current and so major, man, it's just Rich Homie Quan situation.
Yeah, Quan, man, like, Quan was rest in peace to Rich Homie, man. Quan was one of the ones, like I said, we've been in the music industry for a while, man. I got in, I think I was 17, 18 years old when I first recorded. And I done a lot of music with a lot of cats out of Atlanta, man. Done a lot of shows and stuff, you know what I'm saying, with a lot of major artists out of Atlanta. Never got the opportunity to work with Quan and do shows with Quan, but man, like, it's littered through my playlist, you know what I'm saying? Like, the old Rich Homie, the new Rich Homie stuff, man. So losing that brother at 34 years old, man, that's rough, you know what I mean?
Too soon.
Yeah, definitely too soon.
Too soon.
And Quan's catalog was crazy for the amount of time. Like, a lot of people don't realize Quan only did like 3 years of music before he had his layoff, and he got a catalog like you couldn't imagine.
He went in, he jumped in head first.
Yeah. As soon as he came out, and then he had like a 2-year layoff because of his label situation or whatever, where he couldn't release anything, man. So when he was signed with TIG, but man, to see that brother gone, and the irony is, if you go back and listen to some of the music that he did after he came back, he got a song called Crazy. And in that song, he was talking about how he lost one of his partners to a fake pill. You know what I mean? So, not to make any type of speculations or whatever, the reports that came out was that it was an overdose. A lot of speculation around how it happened, why it happened, but it has been mentioned that there was pills involved, and it's just crazy to think, man. And on that note, I do want to say to a lot of the, not only just the youth, man, because this cat's our age is still running around here reckless. So do what you do, indulge how you want to indulge. That's your business, you know what I mean? So, but man, just be safe out here. If you feel like you need some type of prescription or some type of medication, go get that medication from the doctor, man. Being out here in the streets, and it hit home with me, because like, I lost 2 or 3 of my friends like that, you know what I mean? Like, a couple of my homegirls died over fake pills and overdoses, leaving their kids behind, and they was good people. It's not like they was out here just, you know what I'm saying, drugging it up as just junkies. It was just something that they was trying to use to get through a situation, you know what I mean? So mental health is real, people go through things, so it's not to pass judgment or nothing else, but if you feel like you need it, go get it the right way, man. Don't be out here, so many people out here pill pressing and doing all kind of shit. If you're gonna do it the right way, man.
And that's the thing, it's scary out here. You can't, they putting fentanyl in the weed, they putting fentanyl in the pills, you don't know what they're throwing in the molly, so, you know.
It's a cold game, man. So.
It is, that's why, like, I'm glad I left that life, you know, because it wasn't like it was back in the day. If you got something, somebody said that's what it was, that's what it was.
Yeah, it was cool.
You know, but now it's just like you don't know.
Yeah. And if it was anything else, it was because it was intentional. You know what I mean? It wasn't like it was an accident. Like it was intentional that they was trying to take somebody out. But man,
that's the way I feel. I don't feel like that was no accident. Like
no, not at all.
Did you hit a 911 call?
Yeah. Again, man, it's just at the end of the day, you know, it's a whole lot that's gonna come out in the wash. But man, it's sad to see another brother that age, you know what I'm saying, young brother gone, very talented young man too, you know what I'm saying, like Quan had a lot of talent, and people don't even think like, you know, Quan did the joint with Yo Gotti, you know what I'm saying, when Gotti wasn't really, he kind of hit a plateau, and when he did that, I know with Quan, like everything started to take back off again, you know what I'm saying, like he had tracks with Boosie and a lot of cats out here, man. Quan helped coming through with doing features and stuff with cats when they was at a low point, you know what I mean, so man, shout out to Quan, man, real deal.
And his family.
Yeah, God bless him and everybody around him, bro, with this, you know what I'm saying, that it's impacted. And that kind of lead into, I know you wanted to get into the thug situation, man, so it's kind of tragic too. Like I said, bro, we've been doing this for 20 plus years, so this also kind of resonate with me that, you know, for him to leave the way that he did, man, and not to be able to get back on the same page with Thug, man, that's kind of rough too. But I can only imagine how Thug looking at the situation now, even though he dealing with his situation. Him and Quan was, you know what I'm saying, real tight at one point. We kind of seen it all play out in the public, but that's got to be a rough situation for Thug to be going through his situation and lose Quan the way that he lost him.
Yeah, it is crazy, and Woody be having me tripping out, bro.
Yeah, Woody wild, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's a wild boy.
Man, and shout out to Thug too. Blessings to Thug, man. His situation, like I said, don't want to speculate too much and talk too much into his situation, but that's a tough deal as well. You know what I'm saying? Again, to the youth, to these cats that's out here banging and all of it. Just understand what come with that, man. Like that RICO charge is a mean one, man. So. You know what I'm saying? When you start talking about affiliation and gangs and all of this, and then you know what I'm saying, out here and doing crime, just know that that's part of it. You know what I mean? But yeah, Woody a wild boy, man. Like in any other circumstance, like Woody damn near the new Chappelle, bro. Like it's hard to laugh at some of this shit because it's so real and there's so much real stuff tied to it. But yeah, Woody a wild dude, man. Like just seeing him out there, I was watching today, bro. Like. You know what I'm saying? Like watching the trial and seeing Woody, like I don't understand what you mean. Like what do you like? I don't know what you're asking me. Like what are you talking about? But it's a debate too. Like how you feel about the situation, bro? Like I said, we ain't gonna get too deep into it, but how do you feel about the situation when it come down to snitching, not snitching? Like
yeah, it's hard to say technically. Yeah, he did that, but I felt like as intelligent as he is and how he's playing it, like. He was strategic with it, and I feel like at the end, I don't feel like his testimony would have put anybody behind bars. So yeah, in the technical aspect, yeah, he did that. But
when you look at it black and white, the era we came on in, when you say snitching, it's snitching. There ain't no question about it. Ain't nothing to talk about. It's what it is, what it is. But like you said, like when listening to Woody and hearing him talk, like, and for those of you that don't know, like Woody, you know what I'm saying, like why I say Woody, he'll say some shit like. We look at it as snitching because he's talking, like period. He's talking to the police about a situation. But if Woody know I was in Hawaii, Woody gonna say, yeah, Mike was over there doing whatever, yeah. And he know when the police gonna investigate, there's no evidence of me ever being there.
Right.
So he'll do situations like that he'll put people's name in situations that he know will be cleared of that situation, but why even put them in that situation? You know what I mean? Like. But he only look and he said like I'm looking out for me. Like he said it like that's where he at. Like he doing whatever he got to do to keep himself out of prison. But
yeah,
that's rough. That's a tough
situation. When he linked up with Charleston White. Yeah. Man, that guy's wild.
So again, like when you look at Charleston, like ain't nobody really got no beef with Charleston because he told you from the beginning what he was about. He told you from the jump that I'm snitching. I ain't got no, like he told you this. So if you decide to put yourself in a situation with that, man, you knew what he was gonna do. He told you what he was gonna do. You know what I mean? He never claimed to be no gangster, no, you know what I'm saying, no none of that. He just said, listen, this is where I'm at with it.
There's two things people don't need to do in 2024. One is say anything about a crime or an organization in their music, and two is respond to Charleston White.
Don't fuck with Charleston White.
I don't care if you talk about your mama.
Number one is don't fuck with Charleston White. Number two, is incriminate yourself in his music and shit. But number one, don't fuck with Charleston White, man. Like,
that's all they doing. He trying to bait him in because there's no other way for him to get nobody's attention. So if he says, talk about your kids or talk about whatever, and you jump in there, he got you.
Yeah,
that's what he wanted.
Charleston different, man. He cut different, but like he keep it 100 though. You know what I'm saying? In his lane and what he do, he keep it solid. You feel me? So I can't really be mad at him. I mean, but he an intelligent dude.
He is.
It's not like he an idiot. If you got any type of common sense and you can structure things, you can make it in this world in whatever lane you want to make it in. So even though you might not align with what he doing, or it might not be one of those things that you can get behind, he's smart, bro. It's like Woody. Woody a smart dude, bro. He chose a certain path. He chose a life, but it's not like the dude not intelligent. We sit here and laugh about it when he on the stand and saying all this shit. He's doing it intentionally though. Like, and then when Woody hit the streets, bro, ain't nobody bumping down on Woody. He walking around the street right now saying what he want to say, doing what he want to do. Ain't nobody bumped down on Woody. Ain't nobody called that man no snitch. Ain't nobody said shit about Woody. Mm-hmm. Now, everybody else's situation, people had to say what they had to say. You know what I'm saying? Gunna came home, everybody talking about Gunna. Ain't nobody brought up Woody name. So,
yeah,
at the end of the day, you call him what you want to. You can't take away the fact that man's still a killer.
I'll tell you one thing. Yeah, my belief system and everything, it doesn't align with Charleston White. There is some things that I agree with. Yeah. But one thing that I do like, he be calling out these rappers that swear they hard, and I'm talking about calling them out.
Yeah.
And yeah.
But at the same time too, though, bro, I'm calling you out from a safe space though. It's not like he calling the motherfucker out like I'm gonna call you out and then I'm gonna meet me in the streets and I ain't pressing no charges, I ain't doing nothing. He not doing that. I'm gonna call you out because I know you're not gonna do nothing to me, right, because you're going to jail if you do. That's a different situation, man.
I feel like, and I don't remember who it was. I think it was some people from Chicago. I don't think it was no major rappers. I think it was like somebody's people.
Yeah.
And he said what he said, and you could tell that he kind of pulled their card.
Yeah, but that's why though, bro. Like if dude was a gangster and he was saying it, that's a different type of movement. But when you told me from the jump that you pressing charges, you snitching, you telling the police, I'm not coming to see you, bro, because you just said my name. So as soon as something happened to you, I'm the first person they come to look at. Yeah, I ain't, man, listen. And we just talking about it, Charles. We don't want no problem with you, bro.
No smoke.
Like we just two brothers just trying to podcast, mind our business, talk about current events. We don't want no trouble with Charleston White, man. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, I have Charleston on the show. He come on the show. We'll talk.
Yeah, we'll chop it up with him. But I'm gonna tell you why I'd rather chop it up with the Charleston White though.
Who's that?
Jaguar.
Man.
Jag, the hottest thing going right now. Jag, if you see this, you always welcome, man. You know what I'm saying? Anytime, anywhere. I leave work to come chop it up with you. Like,
yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Jag. So, man, if y'all don't know, you got to get up to speed on Jaguar right now.
Okay.
You have to get up to speed on Jag because she ain't holding no punches.
No.
You know what I'm saying? She ain't holding no punches. Some of the biggest names in the game. I done seen her take shots at Jay-Z, 50, Common, it don't matter. Like, she out there, she saying what she got to say, and she standing on it.
See, that's the thing. When she first started, everybody's like, oh, she washed up and she better because she didn't make it. And when you look at it 5 years later, 10 years later,
it's truth in it.
Okay, now we start analyzing. She's saying what she's saying. Now people are diving in and realizing now all this Diddy stuff came out and stuff about Jay-Z.
And she been saying this.
Man.
Like, this ain't even nothing new. She been saying it. And like, I'm gonna tell you something really, like with me, bro. And you know how it is. Like we from a small town, we in a small area. People gonna talk. People gonna say what they want to say. But like, the receipts are what matter. You know what I mean? So like, you might not have to believe what she's saying in the moment, but then you start really taking a deep dive into it and looking at it. Who is going to say anything against it? Who is proving it otherwise? You know what I'm saying? Like for you to just come out and say, "Oh, she's bitter," man, that whole bitter thing, that's washed up, bro. That excuse is old. Like that lady doing what she doing. You know what I'm saying? Whether her career made it or didn't make it, it don't take away from the fact of what she's saying has teeth. Like what she's saying is reality. You know what I mean? And like when you start, like I said, you dig into like. The lady from Shreveport, she talking about how like she rep Shreveport, but
yeah, she from
you
Philly.
know what I'm saying? But like she rep Louisiana, so she's from Louisiana. She's Louisiana, yeah. So she like I'm, you know what I'm saying, repping Shreveport. You know, 50 got land down there now.
Yeah.
But she's saying like look into the EPA records and how everything being since 50 got down there. You know what I'm saying? Taking a small amount of money for people illegal dumps and stuff like that down there, bro. And who's saying anything otherwise? You know what I mean? Like who's coming out and disputing anything that she's saying? You feel me?
Thanks.
So yeah, man, if you ain't up to speed on Miss Jag, bro, like hey, I'm more afraid of her than I am Charleston, bro. Like she for real.
I'm gonna tell you what she always say. If you don't like what I'm saying, if I'm lying, sue me.
Yeah, ain't no lawsuits. Ain't no lawsuits. Tell you right now, ain't no lawsuits.
Good.
Ain't none of them out there. You know what I mean? And like, I don't know if you seen the situation when she was talking about Faith and Big.
Oh, Faith, I think some things.
Faith Evans.
I see some things.
Yeah, she basically like she was an industry plant. Like, you know what I'm saying? She was put in that spot to not just keep an eye on her, but to put Big in a situation where he get killed. Like Puff set all that up like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then like the Pac situation, like she told me she didn't know who Pac was. How you not know who Pac was? You know what I mean? And then Faith, with her situation, like every time you look at the interviews, when she's talking about how long she knew Big before they got married, the time changed. You know what I mean? Like, you know how long you knew somebody? Like, it don't change. You feel me? Especially that's your husband.
Yeah,
so
you're not gonna forget.
You know whether you knew him for 10 days or 20 days or.
It's big. It ain't some. You know what I'm saying? Like you know.
Yeah, but she, you know what I'm saying? She made. It was a couple more people she threw out there too, man. Khalees, Lauren London. Like it's a lot of people.
Oh yeah, her sister.
Yeah. Like so. You know what I mean? She got some. She took some shots at Erykah Badu. Yeah, man. So like. Yeah, anytime, man. We like I said, we where we at with what we doing right now, man. But yeah, Jag, at any time, it's a welcome conversation with that lady, man, cause she the truth for real.
Definitely.
Like I respect it, cause that's not an easy thing to do to take aim at those type of people.
She putting her life on the line every
day,
day,
and she mean that. She standing on that, man. And like, and it's some of these conversations are hard because. I know you the same as me. Like I fool with Jay from a music standpoint and the catalog and what Jay done. Yeah. I fool with that. But when you start talking about the fact that you got 3 people, 2 of which is already in the federal penitentiary, 1 is facing a trial right now, and you business partners or worked with these people in a strong capacity.
Weinstein,
man, R. Kelly and Diddy, and Kells. Yeah. Like you in business with these cats. You business partners with these cats. So, like they always say, birds of a feather flock together. So if you've been around these cats in that capacity, you got to know. You know what I'm saying? I can't be around you for 20 years and not know your bad habits if I know your good ones. You know what I mean? So. I can't just keep talking about all the good things you done did and never see the bad, and I've been around you for 20 plus years and I consider you a brother.
You might be around one person like, dang, I didn't know, but all these
you keep being around
and you in the industry. It's not like you're not in the industry.
Yeah.
So
because they can't hide that for that long. You know what I mean? Like if I'm around you and you got a habit, you got a drug habit, sooner or later I'm gonna see you in that light. You know what I'm saying? So if you messing around with young girls or boys or whatever the case may be, whatever the men was doing, I don't know. So you know what I'm saying? I wasn't there. But if that's what you're doing, sooner or later that's gonna happen and I'm gonna be around and see it if that's what you've been doing for 20, 30 years. Man.
There's too many, like, got Foxy, Vagina.
And they all tied to yeah, and it's still coming. They got a new artist right now, I think out of South Africa. You know, it's the same situation, 15, 16 years old, yeah. So.
Hey, and you know what she said on the interview? Like, have you heard from Drake yet? And she said, no, but I know it's coming.
Yeah, that's wild. That's so wild, man. That's so wild.
You know, everybody.
And just so we clear, man, I'm Team Kendrick when it comes to that. So I'm just gonna throw that out there. That's neither here nor there, but yeah, you know what I mean. I'm a little darker than Drake, so I'm riding with my man Kendrick. You know what I mean?
What you said.
Plus I got LA ties, man. Shout out to the family. So yeah, I ain't Kendrick different though. Kendrick different.
Hey, he ripped him apart. Man.
Yeah, Kendrick
I'm not even gonna try to ride the fence.
And then when you do it, and you do it where it's a hit. Like, it's one thing to make a beat song, you do a diss track, but when your diss track is a hit.
You got, what was one of the campaign?
Come on, bro, yeah.
One of the political campaigns playing it?
Yeah, they coming out like that. Everybody gonna play it. You at the basketball, football games, bro, everywhere.
In Canada.
They're everywhere, you know what I mean? That's what got Ross touched up. Like, shout out to Ross, man. Shout out to Ross, man. But yeah, that's what happened with that situation. He kept playing the joint up there. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, damn Ross. shout out to Rose though. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like standing on business though, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? You never know what the details of the situation are. I give a reason behind. It's a reason behind everything.
Speaking of that, Cam.
Yeah.
What about this Meek Mill shit? It's all I want to talk his way out of.
Man, listen. Meek, good luck, brother. You know what I mean? Like, that's rough. That's rough, bro. Like, I wouldn't even want my name associated with the whole situation as it is, but it ain't looking good, man.
Nah, man.
It's not looking good.
Just live in your truth, bro.
Yeah,
it's
like
2024.
You gotta step out in front of it, because that's another thing, man. Like, we grew up in an era where none of this shit was really cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everything was about being masculine. Like, it wasn't okay to show emotions. It wasn't okay to like any of this shit. You know what I mean? Like, so we in a time now that like who you are is okay, man. You know what I mean? Like, it don't matter what the situation is. Who you are, if you okay with it, it's okay. Like, it's not for me or show to judge who you are. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying that to everybody who see this video, everybody who might be around us. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay to be who you are. Yeah. You feel me? Like, cause at the end of the day, if you not that, like, that's what make you fake. That's what makes you less than, is when you don't stand on who you really are. You know what I mean? Like,
I would rather, even if somebody was weak and they were scared to fight, they were scared of whatever. If you came to me with that and been like, hey, bro, I ain't gonna fight, I ain't.
But it's understood. It's understood from the beginning. So if it's already understood,
I'm not expecting that from you.
I'm not looking over at you like, hey, bro, what was you at? It's already clear. I already knew he wasn't gonna be here, bro. Like, bro, gone, man. It's cool. Like, we already knew that though. But if I'm standing here, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you tell me we gonna handle some business together, we gonna handle that business. And if you wasn't really about that from the jump, then let me know you wasn't about that. If you ain't about going to get no money, if you ain't about taking care of your piece or whatever we supposed to be doing, just tell me that, man. And it's a whole lot easier conversation. Yep. You know what I mean? But to that point though, like, it's a sad situation when you sitting here pretending to be somebody and that's not really who you are. You know what I'm saying? Because eventually you're gonna find yourself in a situation where it might be your kids. Like 15, 20 years down the road, you gotta stand in front of your kids and explain to them that you've been telling them and their mother a lie this whole time. You know what I'm saying? When you could have been happy living your life and being who you were, you decided to lie to these folks and be something totally different. Now it's having an impact on everybody. When you could have just did what you wanted to do and been happy years ago. You know what I mean? So
see, the thing was messing them up is that there's a lot of people that's around who's doing the same shit.
Yeah.
He's just the one that.
Yeah, and not only that, it's like.
So he probably thought it was cool for a man like shit. Ain't nobody, you know.
Yeah, cause what I'm gonna tell you what ended up happening, bro. Like, and we came from being part of this industry on whatever level y'all want to look at it, and you know what I'm saying, like dissect it. We were a part of this industry when we were doing music and all of this. We were part of what the industry is. You know what I'm saying, but. It was a structure there was a foundation, we was built on something. So we not doing certain shit we just wasn't doing. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get drunk and high, it don't matter how drunk I was to get, I know what my sexuality is. I know I'm not deferring from that, because there's nothing in me that wants to go the other way. Right. But these cats are getting on tour buses and going on tours for months on end with nothing but men around them and doing all of this weird ass shit, which that's on you. That's what you want to do that. But what they don't understand is that people being planted in those situations to see how far certain people gonna go. And then when you report back to the, sorry Sean, but to the Diddy's of the world, when you report back to these folks, that's when people are like, now he already know, if I put him in a certain situation and he gets so drunk, he gonna do whatever I tell him to do. Because he was already borderline doing it out there. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things, man, like I just look at things different, you know what I'm saying? Like, we brothers, but we don't talk about certain shit. Like, but I'm one of them, I ain't never been involved in no type of, like, threesomes, running no jacks on no girl, none of that. When I growing up, I never did none of that shit, because I just looked at this shit like, I ain't trying to be in no room with a bunch of men, bro. That's not for me, you feel me? Like, if that's what y'all do, that's y'all business, that ain't got nothing to do with
See, in the 90s, for certain people, it was cool. Like, they would talk about it over there. They did that. Different era.
They did that, but then at the same time, if you was to look at that man, that same person, and this is why I said y'all got to be real careful with how y'all look at people, how y'all judge people. Because if I was to tell you today that this man and this man was in a room together and they was naked, you might call that man gay. But 15, 20 years ago, y'all was running in and out of rooms naked with a girl in the room, and it was cool. That was the thing to do. So don't pass judgment. And I know folks personally that like they done did shit like it, and the girl ended up pregnant. Now you nah, real spiel, bro. Like that's what we here for. We just gonna keep it a book. Like, you know what I'm saying? We ain't passing no judgment, no none of that. We just keeping it 1,000 and voicing our opinion and what we got to say. You feel me? But and if you want to leave comments or you know what I mean, sit down and talk with us or whatever, we can do that. But the truth of the matter is, I know situations where that's happened. The female ended up pregnant. Now, one of these men that was part of this is the father, and the other one's got to look and be like, damn, that could have been, or that damn, that's my homeboy kid. But as a man, now that that's your child, you also got to look at the people around you like, damn, like these my partners, and I know all of them done slept with my baby mama. Man, that shit ain't cool, man. Like really, when you sit down and start thinking about this, that's not the move, man. You know what I mean? So, yeah, just accept people for who they are. You know what I mean? Like, and that's something that I had to mature into. That's not, because we was raised in a time where it wasn't okay. So anything that you did outside of what that structure said you were supposed to be, or what you were supposed to be doing, we looked at you a different way. We called you different names. You know what I'm saying? But that was wrong of us then. You know what I'm saying? We understand that as mature men now, growing into who we are and what we got going on. But yeah, like, man, be okay.
Whatever somebody doing in their own personal time is their business.
And they don't bother me one way or the other. I've been around folks like, and that's another thing I think is the common misconception too, is like, if your homegirl a lesbian, you don't beat her up about it, you don't treat her no kind of way, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay, like, you promote that kind of shit, it's alright for them to be like this, so why would it be any other way? As long as that man don't approach you no kind of way, being disrespectful or nothing like that.
Boundaries.
You know what I mean? It is what it is. Like, he living his life. As long as he don't come over here talking crazy or touching on nobody and then, man, let that man live his life, man. You know what I'm saying? Because some of y'all promoting some shit that y'all shouldn't be promoting, or allowing shit to happen that shouldn't be happening, and then ridiculing these people for what they decide to do with their life, and that ain't straight. So just let people be who they want to be, man. And like I said earlier, mental health is real. You got people out here taking themselves out because they not accepted by the people around them. It ain't, you shouldn't have that kind of power over people, man, in their life and decisions they make. So accept people for who they are, let them live the life the way that they want to live and be happy in their life. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I look at it, bro.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. And I feel like, I mean, we knew this shit years and years ago. It's just now coming to the surface. But, you know, it's fucked up because a lot of talent come from the inner cities. You know, they're coming from a bad situation, bro. And when you sit there, you can go, they put you in a situation, you can go back to your situation, and now you in a crossroads. So your family depending on you, your kids depending on you. Your mama, your auntie, whoever, the whole family's like, save us. Yeah. And then they're like, okay, you got to do this or go home. It's like, and everybody's like,
what do you do?
Now, I don't condone and not doing anything to break your integrity, but really look at that. You know, people think, oh, that's easy. It's an easy no. When you say no and then you come home. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot riding on there, and it's fucked up because a lot of people who is on the top of the charts is not the talent. It's the ones who said no, or the ones who ain't gonna cooperate.
They'll never get there. Like, for instance, And I hate doing this, but we gotta be real. We gotta talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, and these two talented brothers, in my opinion, but it's a clear divide. Or I'll say three talented brothers, but it's a clear divide in how their careers went and why. If you look at Chris Brown, Trey Songz, and Usher, in my opinion, them brothers are talented, like insanely talented. But there's a difference. When the industry put Trey Songz against Chris Brown, we ain't seen Trey since.
You're not gonna see.
That's just the reality. Like, Chris is the elite talent amongst those three, but Chris is not allowing the industry to do to him what Usher allowed the industry to do to him. And because of that, and Usher know that, but because of that, it's like, and Usher from the area, bro. Like, listen, bro, it's love, but listen, the truth is the truth. You feel me? So when Usher allows a lot of this industry shit, we gonna call it, to take place, he's welcoming rooms and environments that Chris Brown had never be. We're finding out years later that the Chris Brown situation with Rihanna was not a real situation. That didn't really happen the way they try to portray it to happen. So, and Usher knew this. They all knew it, but they allowed this young man to go through that and kind of water down and taint his journey. And he's still one of the biggest artists in the world today. But imagine where Chris Brown could be without that situation.
Man. And see, that's the thing. Like, they put Usher in the hospital. They done gave Usher things that he can't get rid of. Like all this, and he young. He was young. All this childhood, and you know, and it's fucked up. But then I really can't defend him because you sit there and feed Justin Bieber to him. You know firsthand what's about to go down.
You know what's happening. But that's what the industry is, though. Like, even like Russ, bro. Russ, one of the biggest moguls we ever seen and probably ever will see. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about Russell Simmons. But at the reality of the situation, bro, when you got boys, but you've been in a situation where you had to raise girls. You know what I'm saying? I got a daughter, I got a niece. You know what I'm saying? Like, for that man to look at his 21-year-old daughter and tell her breast ain't big enough to be a sugar baby.
I knew you was about to say that.
Like, come on, man. Russ, come on, bro. And then now, ever since the situation with Diddy, Russ in Bali, bro.
Yeah, oh, he gonna be
Russ, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, and again, bro, I ain't nobody. But at the same time, man, you gotta stand on something. Like, you know, like, this is Russ. Like, whatever you want to do with your life, that's your life, bro. For you to look at your daughter and tell her that her breasts aren't big enough to go and sell herself. Bro, that shit ain't no way as a man that I can honor that and respect that, bro. That's not straight.
But that let you know when they're so far up there, they get out of touch with what's right.
The lines are blurred now. It don't matter. Like,
so this is normal. This is normal, and this is like, what she probably came up around.
I ain't even looking at you as my child no more. You just another piece. Like, you just one of them. You know, that's crazy.
It's like she was with that. How old was she? 60 something.
But that's why he said it. Yeah, that's why he said it, because, like, you don't have the look to be a sugar baby. What the fuck are you talking about, cuz? Like, that's your daughter, bro. Like, that's crazy to me, man. But that just lets you know when you get to a certain, and that's why a lot of people want to push their kids into this industry and want to make them stars, and they want to be the breadwinners of the family. If them folks don't care about their own children, they don't care about yours either. That's just the reality of the situation. Like, why would you put your child in that situation if they don't care about their kids and the situation they put them in?
Hey, what you think about, I don't know what you know about it, what's her name, Lori Harvey? What's Steve Harvey's daughter name?
Yeah, Lori Harvey.
When you see her, Diddy, and Steve Eaton?
No, I ain't see that one.
Yeah, so apparently he would, Diddy and his daughter was a thing.
But she tied to a lot of cat. You know, she fuck with Future and them too, like Pluto and them. So it's like, that ain't, that's what she is. Again, you talking about
plants.
Because they don't care, bro. That's what I'm saying. When you get to a certain point, it's like, I don't care that you're my child no more. Like, they plants. You know what I mean? Like, we were seeing this shit when Nicole Richie and Paris Hilton and all this shit, like the Kardashians. You know what I mean? Like, what talent have they ever brought to the game? You know what I'm saying? It was a face. And then, like, bro, we keep talking about this shit again. Like this is just the facts. We ain't passing no judgment. But you look at August Alsina, right?
Mm-hmm.
My man just come out and tell Nick Cannon that he has a love for men now. He don't want to be with women no more. But the last woman that anybody know him being with was Jada.
Mm-hmm.
Jada did you that bad that you don't want to be with women no more?
I believe it.
You feel what I'm saying?
I think she did the same shit to Will.
But then when and this is some of these people, like I fuck with these people for what they do in their craft, right?
Yeah.
OBJ, like cats that know me and talk sports with me know I fuck with OBJ, love the talent the dude got, but same situation. OBJ was fucking with the Kardashian, bro. After that situation, they started talking about OBJ at the joint with Justin Bieber.
Everybody who is touching Kardashian.
That's what I'm saying. That's what the game is. You see what I'm saying? Like this shit by design though. This shit ain't just happening. This shit by design. So it's like you gotta be real careful. You know what I'm saying? When you and this ain't just
glitters ain't gold.
And not only that, man. Don't think that this is just the entertainment game. You know what I'm saying? This is business too. You know what I mean? This is Fortune 500 companies. These are CEOs and presidents of companies and businesses and warehouses and factories. They do the same kind of shit. You know what I mean?
Like deeper than that, this is spiritual warfare.
Yeah, so you know what I mean? And so we gotta be real careful in those situations and what we dealing with, you know what I mean? And just be aware. Like, you know what I mean? I don't wanna get into the whole woke and not woke and all of that, but just be aware of your surroundings, what's going on, you know what I mean? And who you putting
what
yourself
you listen to, what you watch.
The whole nine, man, cause like you think about it, you know what I mean? And this is probably a lot deeper than where we need to go right now, but you think about years ago when you're looking at Africa and Italy, right? You know what I mean? Italy was in a position where it could have took over a lot. But what the Africans decided to do and the African leadership decided to do was go in and start sleeping with the Italian women, right? Because now they start looking like us. We start changing the dynamic to where you're not as strong no more because part of your culture is starting to turn and part of your DNA is starting to turn to where it's now of African descent.
Right.
More of your people are starting to look like us. Okay, fast forward to today. If you go over here now and whether you look at it as Italians, Europeans, whatever the case may be, you in this country today, now you can turn it the other way. Now that's how I get my strength back. It's by turning people of African descent back the other way. Water down that gene pool and get it back on the side that it used to be on hundreds of years ago.
Right.
You know, so just be aware of what's going on around you. So, you know what I mean? Like the game it's a game. You know what I mean? No matter how cold it is, how hard it is, it's a game. So if you're gonna play it, make sure you know the rules of the game.
Yeah, because you only can get past a certain level without having to fuck with your integrity.
Yeah, it's gonna be some shit in the game. Like it's gonna get to a certain point and you're gonna have to make a decision to go left or go right.
You know what needs to happen? A bunch of independent people, bosses, just need to come together and form like an underground union and support each other.
But see, even with that,
you ain't gonna need no major labels.
That's true, but even with that, there's always gonna be a plan. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna always be a plan. You know what I mean? Like, if for instance, and this, I don't know how this is gonna go, but I'm gonna tell y'all right now, ain't none of this scripted. This is me and my brother talking, you feel me? But, name your top 5 comedians right now today.
Chappelle, like the ones that's active?
Today, right?
Okay, because you know,
I know we go back to Richard Pryor, Red Fox, and them cats. You know what I'm saying today.
Okay.
And today's comedy.
You talking about the comedy, not their personal life.
Comedy.
Okay, comedy.
Top 5.
Chappelle, Kevin, Deion Cole. Who am I missing?
I don't know.
My mind went blank.
Mike Epps, one of my guys.
Yeah, Mike Epps.
That's probably my favorite comedian, Mike Epps. But you ain't even got to go to 5.
All right.
You proved my point already in the top 2. So if you go back, you got to put Cat in there. But you go back and you look at these cats. Yeah, if you go back and look at these cats, right? And I want y'all to do the same thing. Go back and look through YouTube, whatever. We got the world at our palms now. We go back and look at 30, 40 years of video footage, all types of shit, right? Go find me video footage of Kevin Hart doing stand up in these hole in the wall clubs and his career path to get to where he is.
I know where you're going with this.
You won't find it because he was a plant.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like
he went to Hollywood and straight up got a movie.
He was a plant. That's period. He was a plant. There was no. Everybody go through shit. So I'm not gonna say it wasn't a struggle for him.
Right.
Everybody goes through something, but there's the path that everyone else took to get there. He didn't take it. So that's why I say, like, even if we come together and say, okay, here's a whole group of independent, strong, business-minded people, and if we go all the way back to a Black Wall Street phase, in this panel of 10, there's gonna be 1 or 2 in there that was planted in there. You know what I'm saying? That's the way the structure is now. You're not gonna get back to, unless these are people that you came up with and you kept it close knit like that. You're not gonna get there.
Even then,
you know, because somebody can get
they can turn them.
Because even if modern day, shout out to LeBron, man, and his whole team, because that's the closest thing I've seen as far as a group of young men coming together, growing up together, and creating businesses for themselves and others, right? But LeBron's best friend is married to Adele. How did that play in? So even when you get to that point, like, somebody from the outside penetrates it, right? So it's still like, and I ain't saying that Adele's a plant or Adele had her own career, her own thing going on. I respect it. What I am saying is there's always going to be an opportunity from somebody from the outside to be part of what's going on inside. So it's just one of those things, man. So you just got to be real mindful and be careful about.
And it's so easy because think about it. If you come from just a small town or whatever, then you make it. Now you're around celebrities and superstars, and you're aware of this. But it's just like, okay, when I have a chance to talk to Kanye or Denzel or whatever, you just want to talk to him, and you end up on a yacht, you end up over here.
Yeah, you end up having a conversation. Next thing you know, what you thought was the champagne had some shit in it, and now they got a video where you doing some shit you would have never done if you wasn't drinking. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the game really is. That's, you know what I mean? It's just for y'all that don't know, that's what kind of happened. They gonna put you in a situation, a very vulnerable situation, and once they get the video footage they need of you in that situation, now you gotta play the game. So don't put yourself in that situation. You know what I mean? So it's a cold game and it's rough, but that's the world we live in. You know,
don't drink the Ciroc.
Don't drink anything. No Diddy.
Oh shit.
What else you got for the folks, bro? Before we get out of the way, man.
Yeah, that's it for today, man.
And with all that being said, man, let's circle all the way back to the top, man. Like, R.I.P. to Rich Homie, man. So like I said, that was a real one. You know what I'm saying? Go play you a couple Rich Homie songs. The boy catalog is crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? So bruh can't dance, I don't dance no more. We're not doing the Quan on the way out, but shout out to Rich Homie, man. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, big dog.